Hey everyone, I'm here to make a video requested by Alilia. It's a question. The question is this: can an INTJ develop introverted feeling before they develop extroverted thinking? Well, truth is, overall, function is developed in a certain pattern. The first function to develop is actually the second function. First of all, you become aware of your parents' expectations and needs and wishes for you, what they want you to be, what they imagine of you. That's what you first notice. And this is your second function. It represents your mentor or your higher awareness, what you've been given by your parents, by your teachers, and by your mentors throughout life. The first function is developed after that, when you start to realize there is a clash between their expectations and your passions and needs. What you want is different from what your parents want. And when you have and experience a crisis at between 3 and 5 years old, that's when this function is kick-started. Suddenly this function is kick-started and you come to quickly realize there is a difference between their needs and your needs. And this is when your sense of willpower emerges. Your sense of will that allows you to follow your own path. The first function is very much associated with willpower. The third function comes later. It can come when you're about 13 to 15, that's when it can start developing. And that means it's a few years behind every other function. Its wisdom is slower, it's less responsible, it's more a reflection of all the childish needs that you've been forced to leave behind as you've had to grow up, as you've had to take more responsibility at home, as you've started having to need to do more. The earlier these responsibilities come, the quicker this function is developed. But even if it's developed early, that doesn't mean it's necessarily better. A function like the first function can be developed a little later, but it can be kick-started and it can grow and become a very your key asset in life, your greatest gift to give society. The fourth function comes even later when you're 18, and that's when you begin to move out and you hopefully come to a position of responsibility where you start to notice there is a sense of duty. You have to fit into society somehow. You have to become a part of everything. And when you notice this, that's when you start developing your fourth function, your rival function. You start realizing your passion is limited. It can't do everything for you. It can't always pay the bills, or maybe it can't help you deal with people or relationships. And so you realize you need the fourth function, and you start needing to develop and balance this to work out together with your fourth function without overtaking your needs. Now, there is always a risk here that you can fall in the grip of the fourth, the third, or the second function. You can fall into a superego grip where you become when you place too much importance on living up to your parents' expectations. Or you can fall into a tertiary grip where you completely reject responsibility and when you retreat into yourself and into an anxiety pattern. Or you can fall into a duty grip where you become so focused on living up to society's expectations or overcompensating for your weakness that it takes you over completely, and where you forget about your passion and your true self. So, with development, yes, an INTJ will develop extroverted thinking first, and then introverted intuition, and then introverted feeling. Overall, this pattern tends to hold true for everyone. You could speculate that if there is no authority figure in your life, no strong parents, no strong expectations or anything, that's when extroverted thinking can become a problem for an INTJ, or when this pattern can be shaken. But overall, what tends to be the case is all functions are developed in a certain time. And the second, then the first, the third, and then the fourth. That's all I have to say on this subject. I hope you enjoyed this answer, and if you have any additional comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you like this video, feel free to like and share and subscribe. Thank you all for watching.